You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and a late airing of coverage of Sunday night's Fitzz Automotive Specialist Sunday Night Truck Series presented by Digital Sim Racing League. The boys at the fastest half mile in the world, Bristol Motor Speedway. Little half mile high bank, not quite a true oval, but close enough to it. 20 drivers checked in for tonight's action. This has been one of the most fun series. Take a bunch of ducks and get them out of their normal environment, which is the mud and the water and everything else, and you take and you put them on the pavement, and you're going to get one of two things. One is amazing and surprising and awesome, and the other is, well, the exact opposite of that. This series has been the former, not the latter. It has been absolutely amazing. Great racing all season long. Their car counts have been awesome. Caution counts have been extremely low. You bring a bunch of guys that don't race each other and aren't on the same formats and aren't on the same programs, don't race the same kind of races together, you expect disasters. You don't get it here. These guys are awesome. They are great. They come in, they have fun with each other. They race hard. I don't know why Doyle's truck is showing up so weird. I think we're going to do a quick refresh. All the trucks are going to go to a weird look here because Doyle's truck is not black. I know that for sure. We're looking at Doyle Lawrence right now. This practice session is about to wind down. Then they'll do qualifying. They have the drivers meeting after qualifying. And then we're going to do 100 laps here. And it was a great 100 laps. I think the total night is 3 cautions. 3 official yellow, maybe 4. Maybe they had a 4th caution with the late race shootout. But the racing was great. It was fantastic. Our top 4 drivers get moved, or top 5, which in this case I think only 4 of them were here, get moved to the back, and most of them found their way to the front. You'll see all the old familiar faces. You'll see the Jay Shafts. You'll see the Adam Vinnies, the Reed Rundles, the Garrett Boyds, the Larry Moody's, the Tiny Dancers. Oh, speaking of Tiny Dancer, extra large pink tutu. I got it. I'm working it out. But you got to have pictures. They got to go on the driver's page. That's all I'm saying. You bring newcomers in like that guy right there in the 38, Dean Gagliano. Only a couple of races with these guys, but we saw him when Reed Rundle was doing his Midwest Dirt stuff. And, he's been around the network for a while. But all these guys, while they know each other's names, they don't often race together, and they have put on a fantastic season. They have 2 races remaining after this one. They'll go to Kentucky this coming Sunday. And then they will finish things up at Homestead in this practice session. We'll see how we're number 1 in your hearts after you have to post those pictures in that pink tutu, buddy. Trying to get the slippers to match. That's why it's taken so long. I've been teasing Tiny Dancer Scott King for a while now that he's going to have to put on a pink tutu and some ballerina slippers and take some pictures to post on our drivers page so all of the drivers can have some fun with their fellow driver and an admin. I am too, Adam. I'm pretty sad about missing, because it's actually one of my probably top 3 tracks that I really like to go race on. But the guys are going to do an amazing job. I know they are. There's no doubt. Everybody does very, very well here. Across the board, all the drivers do a great job. We're getting into qualifying. We're going to have some drivers rolling out. Noah Bowman's already rolling out in that 24, and that 24 is supposed to look like that. It is just black with white numbers on it. Has not procured sponsorship on it. That truck is not supposed to look like that, and that makes me very sad because Mr. Lawrence always has some seriously sharp paint on his trucks. Everybody else is showing up. I mean, we're getting all the paints except for, like the crazy one. Mike Forstner's out here. Peter Brees already out. Chris Lloyd. Oh, you need to stop, Adam. Oh, boy, you two. Get a room. The both of you. Just go get a room. Hello, Mr. Nichols. Good to see you in the chat. Glad you're here. Hope everybody has a good time tonight. I know I'm going to. I actually made it back in time to make this race. I did not fare well. Had no laps. Was kind of trash out there, but all right. Dean Gagliano, 1481, quickest right now. Austin DeMore, second. Reed Rundle moved up to sixth just now. Garrett Boyd, Larry Moody. I'm looking for, and I don't think Mr. Vinny qualified. Did you? Scotty King's out there, the old tiny dancer himself, tiptoeing around Bristol, doing his little plies and pirouettes and whatever else he does. I'm not really sure. It's kind of creepy. Reed Rundle, fourth quick, 14 and 9.2 seconds. Jay Schaff. Scott King jumped to fifth quick. He was 14.92 with a little change. Now Scott King, second quick, 14.82. Just a tiny bit off of Gagliano's. That's Jay Schaff, one of the dirt guys making a move over. He's ninth quick on his first lap. Here comes the 11 of Richie Gaines. Looks like Chris Lloyd, Adam Vinny, Greg Keppel, Roger Wagner not doing the qualifying session. So far, anyway. They've got plenty of time. That time Gaines at 15.89. He slowed down from his 15.70. And Larry Moody timed in 11th quick. So 16 drivers took time. And now they'll have their drivers meeting. We have to sit through that. We have to exhaust the last about 6 minutes of this doing absolutely nothing. So let me let everybody in on what is going to be coming down next week. Obviously, the boys will race on Sunday. We'll air that Tuesday or Thursday next week. Monday night, Midwest Barbecue Sprint Car Series with the Dirt Slingers Racing League. 3 races left. I think they're in the 360s, but I couldn't tell you what track they're at if you gave me a $100 bill. Can't remember. I know Scotty King will know. Like I said, Tuesday, we may be able to run this race from Kentucky for the Sunday night guys. Otherwise, it'll be Thursday. Then Wednesday night, well, we're back to the Midwest guys. And, man, thank God we're out of Pocono. And it won't be nearly as grueling, hopefully. Adam, Vinny, where do we go next Wednesday? You need to tell me because I didn't check the schedule on that one either. And then next Thursday is either going to be the air of the trucks or we're not going to do anything. Bunch of seasons are coming to a close. The only one that's not is the Wednesday night series. Once it's DSRL, both of their series, right, we're out wind down. They will wait until after we get past the new year to start up again, but they're going to add a series on Tuesday nights. Their Sunday night trucks are going to stay on Sunday night trucks. Their Tuesday nights are going to change out a little bit. They're going to move up a class and go to the Xfinity cars. Everything is in the works for putting a schedule together, and as soon as it is released, we'll release it to all of you. Let you know what's going on. 360s are at Volusia, Scotty King says. Oh, that ought to be awesome. Always a good show. And I'm waiting for Mr. Vinny to tell us what our Wednesday night venue will be. I know I heard it on Wednesday night from somebody, but, man, I cannot. Like I said, if you threw a $100 bill at me, I couldn't tell you. I could just tell you that I'm positive they're racing on Wednesday night. But after the first year, this truck series will return. Minor tweaks to the format. They'll stay on Sunday nights with the late air. And then their Tuesday nights will move to more pavement, the Xfinity cars. There's a lot of good drivers scheduled to be in that. They're going to open up their registrations within the next few weeks, probably in the next 2 weeks, right around Christmas. And then they're going to get started about mid-January, I think. Run a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, have a little break, and then run out a 10 or 12-week season. Schedules are still being determined at this time for both the trucks and the Xfinity cars. I know the Wednesday night guys, they run all the way through the 21st of January before they take a couple weeks off. And Monday nights is still up in the air. If Monday night's dirt, does not continue, then the Sunday night trucks will move to Monday nights and move up just a little bit in time to afford a better opportunity for a broadcast. So if we can get that live, then we will. Otherwise, they'll stay on Sundays with the late airing, probably either Monday or Tuesday. That is the future right now. Looks like Midwest Trucks. I missed my live. What did you do? Wait until very last to go out to get that? I didn't even notice, and I'd forgotten who got the pole for this thing. And yes, we missed the lap. 1473. Got to take off all the, traction controls and the four-wheel drives and all those things. Man, you got to stop doing that. It's a bad look. It's a horrible look. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to start adding like 5,000 pounds to your truck. Only in the front end, though. We're going to put all the weight on the nose. It's going to hang out there just past the radiator. See if we can get that splitter to drag. Slow you down a little bit. Oh, we like to give Adam a hard time. Wish Reed was in chat. We'd give him just as hard a time. We just have to wait this out, guys. I can't advance it. It messes up all the scoring, which is the reason why we haven't run the... Well, that's not... The messed up scoring is the reason why we haven't aired the Phoenix race from a couple weeks ago, because I was disgusted that the scoring got messed up because iRacing has a weird glitch for some reason. If you catch a caution in the middle of a pit cycle at that track, we'll look into it, is all I have received, and I haven't heard another word. So, is what it is. We just may not put that track back on the schedule for a little while. There's plenty of other venues we can go race at. So, we're just waiting for this one to run out. Right now, I know who's talking. I know Scotty King is, chatting it up. When he doesn't dance, he public speaks. But don't try to get him to sing. Good night. I think my left eardrum is still split from all of that caterwauling that he was doing last time we let him sing. When did you change, Adam? When did you change to Facebook? I just noticed your name's right now. Oh. All right, so qualifying was finished a little bit ago. Vinny, Gagliano, King, DeMore, and Spalding were the top five. And you'll see Rundle and Boyd. Vinny, Rundle, Boyd, they all went to the back in this thing. Oh, okay. All right. Now I understand. 100%. Wanted to be where Scott was at. Like I said, man, get a room. Good gracious. Real quick, I want to thank all of our awesome sponsors. Rock and K Logistics, Midwest Barbecue, Scott King Designs, Edmund Trophy, Fitzz Automotive. Everybody that helps us bring these races to you and helps the league put these races on so the drivers can come and entertain everybody. Without them, I don't know if we'd be able to do this. I mean, we used to fund these things out of pocket all the time. It's just everything's gotten so expensive to do. If we don't have a little help here and a little help there, especially with prizes and stuff like that, it just makes it really difficult to bring good racing. And it has been this, I got to admit, this whole last two seasons for almost every series has just been absolutely fantastic. Let's get ready to look at the starting lineup. We know that the 64 of Adam Vinny on the pole will move to the back. Dean Gagliano, the 38, outside of row number 1. Scotty King in the 18. He'll move up and start on that pole. Austin DeMore will start outside row number 2. Kevin Spaulding and Reed Rundle were scheduled in row 3. Reed Rundle will move to the back with his teammate Adam Vinny, as they are top 5 in points. Garrett Boyd will join them, the 21 truck, out of row number 4. He'll move to the back as well, but he had Noah Bowman in the 24 scheduled to be on his outside. Doyle Lawrence, the 88, Jay Shaft, the 3 in row number 5. Row 6 was Nick McGeethy in the 102 and the 73 of Larry Moody. Scott Thomas in the 8 and Josh Whiteman, teammates, in row number 7. Whiteman in that 5 truck. Peter Brees, the 74, Richie Gaines, the 11. They're row number 8. The 69 of Mike Forstner and the 31 of Roger Wagner in row 9. And then Chris Lloyd in the 28 and the 17 of Greg Keppel. Keppel had some kind of technical difficulty and ended up dropping out of the server. And did not return for any of this race. Aha. Okay, so you're getting the double dip. That's a little scary if you ask me, but hey, okay. Queen Alexia over on Twitch. Thank you for letting us know you're on Twitch. Greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, 100 laps. It says 105 up there, and I'm going to give the secret away at the end. We have a shootout at the end because we catch a caution as we're coming to get the white flag. So we'll go 105, but it was scheduled for 100. We're about to drop the green flag, and there it is. We're underway. Fitzz Automotive Sunday Night Truck Series Digital Sim Racing League. Gagliano on the bottom. DeMoore has the top, and DeMoore gets a great run. And he will surge to the point coming out of turn number 4 to complete lap 1. It is DeMoore by just a nose. Oh, Scotty King hanging tough in that 3rd spot right there. DeMoore a little out of shape up by the fence. Put a little white paint down the right side of that truck, but he held on to it, stayed 2nd. Kevin Spaulding, Noah Bowman in the top 5. Let's drop back right here around Whiteman. Moody, McGeethy, Gaines. They're rubbing and grinding already. Contact. Oh, contact, we're wrecking. Caution should be coming out. And it does. We had a couple of other drivers kind of get into this. Roger Wagner got in the back of Garrett Boyd. A little right front, left rear action they got together right there. So Moody got turned off the nose of the 11. I think it was a case of he didn't really know how close he was to the 11, how close he was to both the 102 and the 73. So a little damage on the 21, a little damage on the 73, a little damage on the 31, a little damage on the 74. About 5 trucks got involved in that. They're waiting on the pace car because it happened right after they went across the start-finish line. So they're waiting on that pace car to get back up there. You're going to hit it. Oh, boy. There we go. Now he's over there on Twitch with us. Scott, what'd you do? Make him mad? He left? Left Facebook on you? Sorry, buddy. Queen, I am doing fine. We're doing great. We're going to air a race from Sunday night right here. 100 lapper at Bristol. So Gagliano had the spot at the front after DeMoore kind of brushed the wall a little bit when they were battling for the lead. King was 3rd. Spaulding, Schaff, Lawrence, Bowman, Whiteman, McGeethy, and Gaines all in the top 10. Wagner, Lloyd, Moody, Brees, and Boyd are all on pit road after that incident. All of them sustained at least some form of damage. About lap number 5. These guys are on a 50% fuel load, and they have a limited set of tires. I think they were allotted the set they qualified on and 2 more sets to run this 100-lap race. Bristol, not notorious for chewing up tires unless you are just abusing your equipment. So making it on 1 set of tires, probably a pretty easy deal, but the fuel was really tight. You had to really ration yourself to get to 50 laps, and it ended up with a little overtime you might not have made anyway, so 2 stops was going to be the order of the day. Hit up every app. All right. Well, the green flag is back in the air, and they are racing once again, beginning of lap number 9, and you're going to see the same 2 trucks start to battle for the lead. 38 of Gagliano, the 7 of Austin D'Amore. And D'Amore using that higher line now with the crossover. He thought about trying to dip to the inside, but Gagliano's been running it through the middle with the low exits. And now D'Amore just going to sit back here, figure out where the weak link is, and then he'll try to exploit it and jump past. And it's that exit speed. Scott King under fire from Jay Schaff, Kevin Spaulding. D'Amore gets close, but then cannot execute the pass, and he falls back 3, 4, 5 truck lengths. And I think he's become content to sit here, ride just a little bit, and try to figure out where he can close in to make the pass. Jay Schaff got past Scott King for 3rd. He has started to check out away from King and Spaulding. Adam Vinny from the back already up inside the top 6. He started about 18th or 19th in this thing. Whiteman. Then Scott Thomason side by side with Richie Gaines there. That's 8th and 9th. And Reed Rundle, another of our to-the-back trucks, in 10th. Garrett Boyd lost a lap on pit road. Actually lost 2 laps on pit road. His truck damaged. As you saw, McGeethy put the right rear into the fence. Lloyd got by him. Wagner goes by him as well. And caution. No, not caution. Not caution. It's the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Damage to that truck. Either had a tire go down or he just lost it. That thing is dog tracking coming in and pounded the fence. And his night was over quicker than it began. Now we'll get back to the front because Austin D'Amore starting to figure things out, and he is starting to put some pressure on Dean Gagliano. $18 in the books. Gagliano led the first lap. D'Amore led the next couple. Then Gagliano got the spot back, and he has led ever since. We're going to keep our eye on this battle. Because D'Amore is right there. Almost to the bumper of the 38. Jay Schaff starting to reel both of them in. He was a good 1.5 seconds back just a few laps ago. Just under 15 seconds for laps, so they're going to go by quick. And here comes the move for the lead. D'Amore from the outside to the inside, down into 1 and 2. Gagliano trying to hang on through the middle. D'Amore keeping it pinned to that yellow line on the bottom. He's got the lead back, but he's not completely clear of the 38. Now the pass. Official and in the books. Coming to complete lap number 24. So our third lean change among 2 drivers. Jay Schaff is right there now. He's within a half a second Scott King steady in fourth. Adam Vinny pretty comfortable in fifth, although Josh Whiteman is using the high line and trying to close in. Reed Rundle up to the seventh spot. Mike Forstner has been following him most of the way. And Forstner was another one of the trucks that had to go to the back to start this. And he's all the way up here inside the top 10. Kevin Spaulding in ninth. Doyle Lawrence is 10th. Thomason, Gaines, Bowman. That's your 13th place truck. Wagner in 14th and Lloyd 15th, the lead lap trucks. As Chris Lloyd now falls off the lead lap as the leaders go by. Austin Demore starting to open the gap, and Jay Schaff found a little fence getting into turn one right there. Drove that truck in just a little bit deeper than he thought he did, and he brushed the wall. He lost about 10 truck lengths. Truck coming back on the track. Larry Moody's night done early. That's Peter Brees that's rejoining from the pits. You can see the left front fender gone, and we have caution again. This time, right there's your truck. I think it's the 24 of Noah Bowman. And he just looped it all by himself. Didn't have help, just self-spun. Didn't really hit anything, got it backed up to the fence. No one hit him, so everybody is going to be able to roll away without damage. We're just going to slow things down briefly. That is our second caution. And we are about to get into a nice long green flag run here. We're going to get some pit stops. Watching our leader go in. Mike Forstner, Jay Schaff stayed on track. Scott Thomason still on the racetrack. Wagner stayed out. Rundle stayed out. Lloyd stayed out. Oh, not kind of. I still haven't gone back and watched all of the pit stops, Scott, but I have a feeling that when I do, I am not going to be the happiest of campers. So right now, Jay Schaff is scored as our leader. Mike Forstner, Reed Rundle, Roger Wagner. Austin Demore got out first, but he will line up fifth. I was thinking about doing that once I got done with this broadcast and making a list. I think there's going to be very few Christmas cards going out. All right. Pace car is about to go in. We're about to go back to green flag racing. Oh, we got a big... Oh, you know, I remember this. And because it was my replay, that's why. Yeah. I have a feeling that this is going to mess things up for a moment. There we go. Now they're all back. For whatever reason, I had some kind of connection glitch right there for that lap. Sorry we missed that. But Jay Schaff, Reed Rundle, Austin Demore now. Went from fifth to third right after the restart. I had forgotten. I would ask you for your replay, Scott, because I had forgotten I glitched out right there. Forstner, fourth. Gagliano, who was running second, he is back there in that fifth spot right now. Doyle Lawrence making a pass on Roger Wagner. Put the 88 up to 6th. The 31 is back to 7th. Scotty King, Tiny Dancer. Old Twinkle Toes himself right back there in 8th, but he's got a lot of company. Richie Gaines is looking to make a move. Gaines with power off the bottom will take the spot away. So put Gaines up to 8th. King back to 9th, and Adam Vinny after the restart. A solid 10th place and a little ways off of the group in front of him. Contact. Oh, 11 into the left rear corner. 31 heavy into the wall. No caution. He keeps it going. Up to the front. Peter Breese's truck. Off the pace, down on the bottom, and a gaggle of trucks trying to inhale him, and you almost saw DeMore get into Rundle right there. Gagliano almost got into both of them. They're chasing the leader down. Around the outside comes the 7 truck, and he'll go back to the front. Creeping in on halfway. Just a handful of laps away from the halfway point already. Gagliano behind Rundle in 4th. And Rundle was trying to make a pass on Schaff, and now he's going to be under fire. Left enough room for the 38 to get alongside. Gagliano taking 3rd spot away. He's going for 2nd. Schaff has a lot older tires than these guys. Some 20 laps older. He'll give up the spot. Doyle Lawrence got around Reed Rundle right there as well. So Rundle went from battling for 2nd to running 5th in just a couple of laps. Forstner still behind him, and then here comes Richie Gaines in the 11 in 7th. And now Adam Vinny got around Scott King, and he's closing in on these 2 wide battles in front of him. Gets around Forstner on the high side. Gagliano up to 2nd, but it is a big gap, 1.5 seconds. To Austin DeMore out in front. DeMore just lapped Chris Lloyd. Jay Schaft, little brush of the wall. He'll be in a 3-wide situation now because Gaines is up high. Rundle was down low, and Gaines could not maintain his position up at the top. Couldn't keep the line. Had to back out. Give the spot back. But he'll just switch lanes and go to the inside to try to get around the 14 truck, and he'll get it done. He's up to 6th. Forstner, King battling, trying to get to Jay Schaff. And the older tires really starting to show now on the 14 as he's about to have to battle with 2 trucks to try to keep himself inside that top 10. Slow truck 28 on the inside. Everybody trying to work by, and they were almost 3 wide. We're going to stay right here. This time, Forster moves to the high side, goes right by. DeMore still has a 2-second lead. He's starting to creep in on the back of the field here. I think he's getting up here behind. He's not too far, about a straightaway behind Kevin Spaulding and Roger Wagner, 11th and 12th. There they are. And now it's about 3/4 of a straightaway. We're past halfway. There's 50 laps remaining. Like I said, the laps will go by very quickly. When you're running them at 14.8 to 15 seconds, we're putting 4 laps a minute in this thing. Closer and closer to the 11th and 12th place trucks. And he'll get by 12th place, Kevin Spaulding. Oh, and a last second dive to the inside on the 31, and he'll get the spot. That was close. That was almost ugly. Gagliano will be coming up behind these guys. We'll watch Dean for just a moment or two here. Vinny up to third. And he's got Richie Gaines kind of right in his tire tracks. Gaines has been following him through for about the last 25 laps. Gaines is closing on the 64. They are nearly running an identical line. You can't pass the guy you're following in the tire tracks of. I know that is a fact. So Gaines is going to have to do something different to get around the 64. Gagliano now works his way past Wagner. Now he's up to Spaulding. Spaulding got around Wagner on an exchange back there. I think 31 truck might have gotten a little squirrely after that dive bomb pass from the leader and given up some time on track. But there goes Gagliano past. He's 3 seconds behind the leader in second. And Adam Vinny is 4.5 seconds behind. He comes up to a couple of slower trucks who are racing each other, just trying to figure things out. .31 way up high, plenty of room being given, but he brushed the fence, and now he'll accelerate past the 64 and the 11 and clear the 28. That could have been a little bit of an ugly situation there. Now he'll get out of the way, let the 64, and it looks like he's going to let the 11 go. Ooh, up the track. And that may have been a little thank you from the earlier incident with those two. Make it tough to pass. Reed Rundle creeping in. 5th place, closing on the 28 of Lloyd, the 31 of Wagner right in front of him. Scotty King still running 6th. Doyle Lawrence is still 7th, but Mike Forstner is trying to take that away. We're going to be down to 35 laps to go here pretty quick. There's your leader, Austin DeMoore. Putting the 88 truck of Doyle Lawrence in 8th place, a lap down. He's in a different zip code than the rest of the field right now. He is 4 seconds ahead of Dean Gagliano and 6 seconds ahead of Adam Vinny. Picking them up and putting them down quickly. Noah Bowman just got around Chris Lloyd. 13th and 14th. There comes Tiny Dancer. Scotty King making the pass on the 31. King is 6th in the running order. Reed Rundle headed for pit road. Gaines in 4th, Vinny in 3rd. There's Gagliano. There's your leader. It's 5 seconds with 30 laps remaining. We have been green since about lap 34, 33, 34. So tires starting to get worn. Drivers are starting to get dizzy. I mean, it really is like flying a jet plane in a gymnasium in here. And fuel's starting to get low for some of these guys. 5.5 seconds. Adam Vinny's still out there, and he's caught Dean Gagliano now. This will battle for second and third. Vinny will take the spot away with a lot of ease, actually. There's 5 trucks only on the lead lap as everybody's starting to go through pit. Yes, Scotty, you may have to come watch with me. DeMore has caught Bowman again. Bowman, 8th place, and he's about to be 2 laps down. And he is 2 laps down now in 8th place. .24 laps remaining. 5 cars only on the lead lap. There's your 5th place runner. That is Scott King, and he is not that far ahead of the leader. He's about to be overrun by the 43 of Reed Rundle, who's on way fresher tires. Richie Gaines getting passed by the fresher tires on the 14 of Jay Schaff's truck. Gaines still 4th. We'll move up to Gagliano in 3rd. Adam Vinny's at the stripe now with 21 laps remaining. But Austin DeMore has a full straightaway on Vinny. Now, Vinny is running faster laps. He's starting to close in. Gotta wonder how many of them are going to have to make a short pit, maybe just fuel only. It's down to 3.1 seconds. It was about 5 seconds just about 8 or 10 laps ago. Vinny about a 1/10 and a half faster the last couple of laps. Fifth place, Scotty King on the same straightaway with your leader. Could we get lapped inside the top 5 in this thing? Only time will tell. You see the 24 of Bowman rolling on pit road. 16 laps remaining. Laps are ticking off quick. Working lap 90 right here. Like I had mentioned, we're going to get a caution here in just a little bit because we go to overtime. Austin DeMore. The gap was closing anyway, but I think if this stayed green, he ends up still about 1.5 seconds ahead. Vinny was just going to run out of time. You can see Adam Vinny right there. When he is at the exit of 2, DeMore will be at the entrance to 3. And Scotty King right in front, and there's our caution. And it was a self-spin. Actually, it wasn't. That one wasn't a self-spin. 28 of Chris Lloyd. and the 69 of Mike Forstner got together. Catching's one thing, maybe. Passing, maybe a little different. Not sure. We'll never know now for sure. Whoa, and there goes Lloyd's truck. Just spun it out. So you're going to see some guys come in and get tires. You're going to see some guys that stay out. You're going to see a mixed bag of things. Different this time. Scott King did stay out. Kevin Spaulding took a wave around and put himself back on the lead lap. And Richie Gaines took the chance to get himself back on the lead lap as well. There goes Mike Forstner to pit road. So they're going to start waving cars by that stayed out to get laps back. And it looks like 6 cars will stay on the lead lap. And Scott King should be on the lead lap, and he should be restarting right there by the 25 truck, but some kind of weird thing happened here. The pace truck goes in. Isn't going to matter. We're going to watch Richie Gaines in the 11. Somewhere right in here. Oh, no, this isn't it. Yeah, there it is. And that was a caution. He got just far enough sideways, but that brought out a caution. And that will fix things and set things up, get everybody back in line where they're supposed to be, and we'll get a 2-lap shootout out of this with Demore, Vinny, Gagliano, Spaulding, Gaines, and King all on the lead lap. And Thomason a lap down, Rundle, Schaff, Wagner, Forstner 3 laps down, Bowman 4, Lloyd 8 laps down, Lawrence out, Peter Brees 28 laps down, but still on the track. And then Whiteman and company out of the race. And Kevin Spaulding waited and came down pit road. Very weird to come down pit road at this point, but I think he was thinking a couple of laps and he might be able to pick off a couple of spots with some fresher shoes. And the worst he can do is probably 6th unless he gets wrecked right at the restart. So not a terrible choice. You might be able to get a top 3 out of this. You're still going to get to go up and restart with the front of the field. Demore, Vinny, Gagliano, Gaines, King, and then Spaulding will come up here once they get the 1 to go. He'll be waved all the way up to the outside of that 3rd row. They'll come around and be shown the 1-to-go signal this time, which everybody will double up. And we'll get ready for a 2-lap shootout. If they make it to the white flag, doesn't matter what happens after that. The next flag ends the race. Adam Vinny looking for win number 5 on the season. Austin DeMore looking for his first ever DSRL trip to victory lane. Spalding got mired back behind the 31 and the 28, so he is not going to get... I thought he would move all the way up, but I guess he ended up starting a little deeper. But it's a 2-lap shootout. To wrap this one up, coming out of turn number 4, the pace car is going to get out of the way, and we're going to get a restart. In the zone, the green flag is out. Overtime for the Digital Sim Racing League. There's Sunday Night Truck Series. DeMore, man, what a start for Austin DeMore. Adam Vinny trying to close in. Going to have one more lap to get it done, and he dove it into 1 and 2. Can he get it down to 3 and 4? Not quite close enough. And Austin DeMore will go to victory lane for the first time. Vinny trying hard. Got the truck out of shape. He comes across second, but he killed the fence. Gagliano in third. King fourth. Spalding got fifth, and Gaines ends up in 6th place. Those were your lead lap trucks. Thomason, Rundle, Schaff, Wagner with the top 10. Forstner 11th. Bowman, Lloyd, Brees, Lawrence, Whiteman, McGeethy, Boyd, Moody, and Keppel rounded out the field. I don't think I can get much closer to these guys. Nah, I don't really think I can. Kind of not a fan of the camera pack for this track at all. I just wanted to get a good shot of those 3 trucks up there. Austin DeMore, Adam Vinny, and Dean Gagliano. Gagliano, his first podium at DSRL. Adam Vinny with yet another podium. He's having a great season. I know he's not going to be at the Kentucky race, but he's having a great season. And then Austin DeMore picking up his very first ever win in DSRL competition. Great race. Little overtime. 5 extra laps of overtime. But a fantastic finish nonetheless, and another great race from this series. They will head off, like I said, this Sunday to Kentucky, and then they'll wrap things up the following week at Homestead. And they'll prepare for their next season. But all in all, test season for these guys. It's been a little bit of a learning curve for a lot of drivers. It's been a little bit of a adjustment curve for some of the admins, but everybody having a great time. These guys do a great job week in, week out. Can't wait to try to get them live when we're ready to get them all 100% live and do these races where we can talk to these drivers after their finishes each night. But another awesome race, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing them to you. I want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we see each and every time we go live, there's nothing to cover, so everybody gets a big high five and a pat on the back. Come back and see us on Monday night. Dirt Slingers Racing League and their Midwest barbecue equipment. Sprint Car 6360 Sprint Cars at Volusia. As they start to get near the end of their season, they'll have 3 races left, including that one. So make sure you come say hi in the chat. About 9:30 Eastern, 9:15 Eastern, we'll be live. Until we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times.